Hello everyone. Today we're stepping into the shadows of 2012, peeling back the layers of a tragedy that shook a small town to its core. Imagine a young girl, bright, beautiful, full of promise, suddenly gone, leaving nothing but questions, swirling in the air. Her family's world collapses, her friends scramble, and a quiet community starts whispering. What's the truth lurking behind this mystery? Let's walk through it together, step by haunting step, and uncover what really happened to Skylar Neese. Picture this: Morgantown, West Virginia, a city cradled by the gentle curves of the Monongahela River. It's breathtaking, rolling hills, shimmering water, the kind of place you'd escape to for a weekend of peace. West Virginia University towers here, bringing a hum of energy with its students and football games. But just a stone's throw away lies Star City, a tiny pocket of calm, home to about 1,800 people back in 2012. It's the kind of town where the streets are lined with modest houses, where neighbors wave over fences, and trouble feels like a distant rumor. Everyone knows your name, and the air carries this unspoken promise of safety. That's where our story begins, right in the heart of sleepy Star City. Now, let's meet Skylar Neese, the girl at the center of it all. She's 16, a high school junior with a spark that lights up any room. Skylar's kind, responsible, dreaming big, aiming to become a lawyer someday, to fight for justice, to help people who need it most. At University High School, she's a standout. Honors classes, straight A's, the kind of student teachers brag about. Born February 10th, 1996, she's the only child of Dave and Mary Neese. Dave's a hard-working guy, packing shoes at a local warehouse, while Mary keeps things running smooth as an admin at a medical lab. Skylar's their everything. Their pride, their joy, their little girl stepping into her best years with a tight family and two friends who feel like sisters. She's got it all, or so it seems. Skylar's always been special, adorable as a kid, well-behaved, the type who'd share her toys without a second thought. When she's 8, she crosses paths with Sheila Eddy, same age, same grade. They meet at some local kids event, and it's instant, like the universe decided. They were meant to be. From then on, they're inseparable, sharing secrets over juice boxes, playing until the sun dips low. Sheila's life's a little messier. Her parents are divorced, money's tight, so Dave and Mary open their home. Sheila's over constantly. Dinners, at their table, sleepovers on their couch. They don't call her a daughter, but the way they care for her, it's close. The only hitch is they go to different schools growing up, a little thorn in their perfect friendship. But high school changes that. Sheila's mom remarries, she transfers to University High, and suddenly, they're together every day. Eli. By side, laughing through the halls, they're the duo everyone envies. Then comes 10th grade and a new face steps in. Rachel Schoaf, 16, just like them. Maybe it's because they're all only kids, or maybe it's just fate. But Rachel slips into their circle like she's always belonged. The duo blooms into a trio, and soon they're a fixture. Roaming school corridors, piling into cars for late-night drives, snapping pics on field trips. To their classmates, their friends, even their families, they're not just pals, they're sisters, bound by something deeper. They're over the moon to have found each other, certain this friendship's built to last a lifetime. These three live online. Twitter's their playground, especially for Sheila. She's posting every fleeting thought, every quirky moment. Skip a day, and it's like her world's off balance. Their feeds overflow with group shots, smiling at football games, posing in goofy hats, capturing every second of their bond. By 11th grade, Skylar's laser-focused on school. No dating, just her books and her dreams. Sheila and Rachel, though, they've got boyfriends, giggling over crushes. But it doesn't dent their connection. They're still tight, texting, non-stop, always in each other's orbit. Even when life pulls them apart for a day, their phones keep them close. It's the kind of friendship that feels invincible. But all that light fades in July 2012. Summer break crashes in. That stretch every kid craves. Most are off chasing adventures. But Skylar, she's stacking shifts at Wendy's near home, saving up, staying busy. July 5th rolls around. She clocks out at 10 p.m., heads home through the warm night air. She showers, chats with Dave and Mary about her day. Little stuff, normal stuff, then slips into her room. Her parents linger on that. Moment later, replaying her voice, her laugh. They don't know it's the last time they'll see her face. Morning breaks, July 6th. Dave and Mary head to work, the house quiet behind them. Noon hits and Dave swings by to grab the car. Skylar's got a shift coming up. Her door's still closed. Odd. He knocks, waits, silence. She sleeps hard. Sometimes sure, but this, past noon he knocks louder. Nothing. A chill runs through him. He circles to her window, peers in, and his heart stops cold. Her room's empty. Windows wide open, screens off, a chair propped against the wall. Outside. She climbed out, vanished. Why not the front door? It's daylight. She's alone. No need to sneak. Dave's mind spins. Maybe she slipped out last night to hang with friends. She's 16. It's not crazy. She's done it before. But it's past noon now. Where is she? Her phone charger's plugged in, toothbrush untouched, personal stuff scattered like she'll be back any second. She didn't plan to disappear. He dials her number, straight to voicemail, battery dead. Panic starts clawing at him. The hours stretch. Still no Skylar. Dave calls Sheila, her best friend since forever. Sheila's voice is calm. She hasn't seen Skylar, doesn't know where she'd be. He tries more numbers, classmates, co-workers, dead ends. By 4 p.m. he's unraveling, calls Mary home from work. Skylar's shift at Wendy's starts at 4. She's never missed a day, never slacked off. Then the manager calls, confused. Why hasn't Skylar shown up? No notice, nothing. That's when fear sinks in deep. Sheila calls again, her tone shifting. She lied earlier. Last night around 11 p.m. she and Rachel picked Skylar up for a quick ride around Morgantown. Less than an hour later they dropped her at the end of the street. No car noise to wake her folks. Skylar walked home, or so Sheila says. After that, she's got no clue. Dave and Mary cling to Sheila. She's been Skylar's other half since. They were little. They figure maybe someone snatched her on that short walk, some stranger in the dark. Nearly a day's passed. Things look grim. Dave dials 911, voice trembling. The police rush over, and the search begins. Dave and Mary pull in everyone they know. Family, friends, even Skylar's teachers from University High. Sheila shows up with her mom, wrapping Mary in a hug, joining the frantic hunt through the neighborhood. They knock on doors, ask neighbors. No one's seen Skylar since last night. Fades like she's dissolved into the night air. No trace, no hint. In their desperation, Dave and Mary remember the apartment building nearby. New security cameras went up not long ago. If Skylar left, they'd catch her. The cops pull the footage, and there it is. 12:30 a.m. July the 6th. Skylar steps out her window, small bag in hand, and slides into a light-colored sedan waiting outside. The car rolls off into the darkness. The tape's grainy, too blurry to spot the driver, the plates, even the exact make. But one thing's crystal clear. She wasn't forced. She chose to go. Wait a second. 12:30 a.m.? Sheila said they dropped her off at 11 p.m. What's going on here? Is Sheila covering something up? Or did Skylar make it home, then slip out again with someone else? Dave and Mary trust Sheila with their lives. She's too close to lie, right? They lean toward that. Second option, grasping for hope. The cops see it differently. She left on her own, so it's no emergency. She's 16. Prime age for a little rebellion. Maybe crashing at a friend's place. Dave and Mary push back hard. She's too responsible, too good for that. But the police hold firm. No Amber Alert gets issued. That system's a heavy hitter. Started. In 1996 to find abducted kids, blasting alerts across radio, TV, phones, highways. But it's got rules. Proof of abduction, immediate danger. Skylar walking out willingly. Doesn't qualify, they say. With no official help, Dave and Mary take charge. They round up friends, print stacks of missing person flyers, tack on a $3,100 reward, anything to spark a lead. Sheila and her mom pitch in, taping flyers to every pole and storefront in Star City. It's a small town, 1-800 people. They blanket it fast. But the streets stay silent. No tips, no sightings. Days crawl. By July 9th, over 48 hours gone. The cops can't ignore it anymore. Jessica, the officer leading the charge, feels a knot in her gut. If Skylar ran off, she'd post something, call someone, use her debit card, something. But there's nothing. No digital footprint, no sign of life. She's either trapped somewhere or she's not alive to leave one. They've combed Star City. Time to widen the net. All of West Virginia's in play now, fields, forests, back roads. But every search turns up empty. The internet's huge by 2012, so Dave and Mary take Skylar's face online. Facebook, Twitter, anywhere people might see. Dave steps in front of local TV cameras, voice breaking, begging for help. Anyone who knows anything. Tips pour in. Someone spots her in New York, then Los Angeles, then California, all over the map. But every lead's a ghost. They chase them down, find another runaway girl safe, but never Skylar. Dave and Mary are crumbling, tears all day, clinging to each other. Sheila keeps showing up, sitting with them, a steady hand in the storm. Late August creeps in. School starts again at University High. Skylar's been missing over a month now, and it's all anyone can talk about. The stories spread beyond. Star City rippling through Morgantown, the whole region. Kids at school wonder aloud, where'd she go? Did she leave the country? Then the chatter darkens. Maybe she's dead, maybe an overdose. Soon the focus shifts hard. In the hallways, the courtyard, kids huddle up, whispering about Sheila and Rachel. Those three were a unit, always together, always loud about it. Classmates start betting Sheila and Rachel know more than they're letting on. Something's off, but they won't crack. It's almost an unspoken truth at school. Online, it's worse. Rumors explode, wild guesses flying, and most arrows point straight at Skylar's best friends. The cops catch wind and zero in on Sheila. They dive into the girl's social media. Twitter's a treasure trove. Skylar's last posts hit hard. To annoy me doesn't take much. I'm sick of being stuck home all day. Thanks, guys, I want to hang out too. If you keep this up, how can I fully trust you? She's frustrated, maybe feeling pushed out, aimed at her friends. Then there's Sheila. November 5th, someone accuses her and Rachel online, and she snaps back, "Nothing in this world can stand against me and Rachel. If you think you can, you're wrong." It's cryptic, loaded, enough to raise eyebrows. The internet turns vicious. People call them killers outright. Private messages flood with hate, demands for confessions piling up. September 3rd rolls around. Cops get warrants, seize Sheila and Rachel's phones. By September 10th, the case blows wide open. FBI and West Virginia State Police jump in. They haul Sheila and Rachel in for questioning. They were the last to see Skylar, her closest circle. School's buzzing. They've got secrets, everyone's. Sure of it. Their story doesn't budge. July 5th, past 11 p.m., they picked Skylar up, cruised Morgantown, dropped her off in under an hour. They saw her near home, then split. What happened after, they don't know. The FBI talks to classmates, vibes say they're lying, but no one's got hard proof. It's a wall. Investigation stalls. Jessica, though, she's not done. She starts fresh, assumes Sheila and Rachel are the key. Maybe the culprits. That sedan on the camera. Sheila's mom owns a silver Chevy. Matches the blurry footage perfectly. She digs deeper, checks cameras west of Star City, Morgantown's east, but the Chevy's caught heading west that early morning. They lied. Times. Blurred it. Over a year later, the camera trail's cold. But then phone records hit like lightning. Rachel's signal pings a tower in Blacksville, 27 kilometers from Star City, that dawn. And Rachel? She's been weirdly calm, off on a trip with her mom after Skylar vanished, only talking to cops by phone, voice flat, unbothered. Think about it. If your best friend disappeared, you'd drop everything, race back, cry your eyes out. Rachel's acting like it's nothing. The case spins 180. These two, the ones everyone trusted, are tangled in lies. Dave and Mary can't wrap their heads around it. Sheila helped search, sobbed on Skylar's bed. Dave even told cops to back off her. She was grieving too. November comes. Rachel switches her tale. They drove to Blacksville. Skylar got out. That's it. Next day, Sheila parrots it. Too clean, too rehearsed. Jessica knows they're in sync, covering tracks. No arrests yet. Phones, gadgets confiscated. Star City's under a cloud. Most folks peg Sheila and Rachel as guilty. At school, kids stare, whisper. Online, the hate sharpens. Sheila keeps tweeting random stuff, brushing it off. Rachel's fraying, nervous, snapping at people. December 28th, it breaks. Rachel loses it at home, a full meltdown. Her mum, panicked, calls the cops. Days later, after treatment, she sits with a lawyer and spills, "We stabbed her." The words hang there, chilling, unreal. She lays it out. July 5th wasn't random. They'd planned it for months. Clean clothes, gloves, supplies packed in Sheila's bag. Rachel swiped a shovel from her dad. Sheila grabbed 2 kitchen knives. They rolled up in the Chevy at 12:30 a.m., texted Skylar to climb out, caught on that camera. They drove west, winding through dark roads to a forest near Blacksville. Takes an hour. They stop, smoke weed by a big tree near the river. Skylar steps back for a lighter. Sheila counts. 1, 2, 3. Knives flash from their jackets. They stab her over and over 50 times. Skylar's caught off guard, crumples, fights back weakly. She's dying, gasping, why? They try to bury her, ground's too hard. They cover her with branches and rocks, change out of bloody clothes, drive off, dumping knives. And gear on the way. The cop listening can't believe it. 2 16-year-olds, this brutal. He presses, "Why? She was your best friend." Rachel's voice is flat. "We just didn't like her anymore, no other reason." It's so simple, it's sickening. She takes them to the spot. Snow's thick, she can't pinpoint it from that dark night. They find nothing. No body, no weapons, Rachel's history of lies and her breakdown. They hold off arresting, keep it quiet. Focus shifts hard to Sheila. Rachel wires up, meets her, brings up Skylar. Sheila's sharp, says, "Nothing big," dodges it. January 4th, 2013. Cops use Rachel's story, raid Sheila's place. FBI grabs the Chevy. Every knife, anything that fits. January 16th, they find a body near Blacksville, Pennsylvania side, across the state line. It's rotted bad. March 13th, dental records confirm it's Skylar. Cops hold a press conference, news. Hits like a bomb. Sheila plays it up, sobbing to friends. "Who could be so cruel to my best friend?" She posts weepy tweets. Then, April 5th, she slips. "We counted 1, 2, 3 and did it." Air confession right there. Late April, blood traces in Sheila's car and bag. Skylar's DNA. With Rachel's testimony, phone pings, that tweet, they've got it locked. May 5th, Rachel turns herself in, pleads guilty to second-degree murder. She'd confessed months back, just waited. Sheila's next. Cops nab her mid-dinner with her mom. She looks up, innocent. "Mom, it'll be okay, right?" Handcuffs click. September 16th, 2013. Grand jury slams Sheila. First-degree murder, kidnapping, conspiracy. She's 16, but tried. As an adult, West Virginia's rules. She denies it all, cool as ice through hearings. Pennsylvania could charge her too. Lawyer pushes a plea. January 24th, 2014, she takes first-degree murder. Life, but a 2012 ruling gives parole after 15 years since she was a minor. February 26th, Rachel's turn. She pleads second degree, shows tears, gets 30 years, parole possible after 10. Both locked up, case closed, but the wounds raw. Why is it so haunting? Didn't like her doesn't add up. In court, Sheila's a statue, no remorse, no apology to Dave and Mary, who'd loved her like family. She smirks, fixes her hair, tells the judge nope when asked for words. Rachel's sobbing, begging forgiveness. Dave and Mary see crocodile tears, a trapped girls act. Sheila's folks, lock that beast up, they say. The prosecutor's shaken. They look fragile but planned this horror for months against their best friend. No regret, lying endlessly, it's unforgivable. It's hard to process. 2 girls this cold. Skylar's eye. Death rattles West Virginia. Killed that night. But the cops' early shrug, no Amber Alert, burns people up. It didn't meet the criteria then, sure, but it stings. Maybe they could have saved her. Dave says, I don't want any family. To hurt like us, they fight for Skylar's law. Amber Alerts for any kid in danger. March 2013, it sails through 98-0. May, it's law, a bittersweet win. They turn her resting spot into a memorial, plant a garden by that tree in Pennsylvania. When the pain's too much, Dave and Mary sit there, talk to her, feel her close. Friends, strangers leave flowers, beauty over darkness. School scarred, trust's a ghost now. Kids say they can't rely on anyone. Friendship feels fake after this. Years tick by. May 9th, 2023, Rachel's up for parole. Dave and Mary can't bear it. 10 years for their girl's life. Friends launch a petition, 30,000 signatures in days. Parole board says number July 8th, 2024. She tries again. Claims she's changed. Degrees, cosmetology, leading prayers, ready to be good. 10 minutes of debate. Denied. She's broken rules, far from reformed. Rachel's next shots, June 2025. Sheila's May 2028. In prison, Rachel cracks more. Her and Sheila fell for each other, wild and close. Skylar's diary spills it. Sleepover cuddles, threats to tell. We panicked. She'd ruin us, Rachel says. Murder was their answer. Dave and Mary half buy it. Skylar was simple. Sheila wild, reckless. She dragged her down. Dark proof. In a video 6 months prior, joking about death. Skylar hated her. Didn't matter. How does hate grow this big in 3 girls? They could have talked, walked away, not this. Teens need more. Guidance, not just grades. It's a lesson. Life's worth too much. That's Skylar's story. Unsettling, deep, and see you next time. Goodbye.